What the hell is that sign behind you? That's not a sign. That's not my sign. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to RaBBois. I'm Speed, joined here with my brother Yitch. You might have noticed things are looking a little bit different. It's almost like it's COVID again. Things are so much. What are you doing? What do you do? Why do you have a freaking Coke bottle and your face froze? It's okay. Nah, your face is good. You're on 15 frames per second. You see, this is what happens when this is what happens when you have to separate the skill when there's no one carrying you on one end. Like, this is what you get.
Why do you get a better camera? And my Wi-Fi is pretty garbage.
Don't give me your Wi-Fi. You're on 15 frames a second, and your mic doesn't align with when your mouth moves, but you know it's okay. That sign behind you is BS. It's not at all.
What happened was I got rights to the sign through a buyout agreement that me and Svi had. I took rights to the sign, and
I thought you were going to take the sign on the wall. It's still there.
I left it.
Why'd you leave it? That thing's like a freaking thing.
No, I completely forgot about it. So then when I got here, right before we were going to record, which took an hour to figure out, I quickly took a paper towel and I wrote down RaBBois with a permanent marker I had there, and I taped it up onto the wall.
You somehow made the RaBBois sign more schleppy than I've already freaking made it. What's funny was yesterday we had a preparation. We spent an hour figuring all this crap out so that we could freaking do this overstate online podcast because we love our audience. And we spent another 20 minutes today doing it again because his freaking audio wasn't playing or some stupid BS freaking you're a boomer. But we're here. That's what matters. We have our amazing show. We're never going to end freaking a bajillion years. I moved down to Florida. I'm in my new place. There's a little bit of echo, but it's fine. Did
you go to the beach yet?
I did go. No, I did not actually. I did not go to the beach. I've been suntanning though every day. I don't know if you could tell. Actually, I do look darker. Yo.
I thought your lights were dim.
No, my lights are making me look darker. I am burned though, like that you could see. Like, I mean, you might be able to notice it. But yeah, I got my own place. I'm very independent, having so much fun. I assume you're missing me down at home, right?
Yeah, like a lot. Like I completely every day I'm like, oh, where's Svi? I wish I could see him.
Like everyone's probably like, oh no, where's Svi? What will we do? Like without him.
The truth is, sometimes we don't even realize you're gone because I just say he's still in the basement, like whatever, and then you're still there, and I won't know the difference.
Well, I'm feeling your love down here in freaking Florida. I really appreciate that. That sounds beautiful. But okay, what should we update with besides the fact that I'm in a new state now and I plan on being here and we're still doing this over a call?
Well, I was gonna say, did you see that sea in Iran? Everyone's making a big deal that's red.
Huh? The Red Sea?
The Red River in Iran.
The Red River in Iran?
Yeah, everyone's saying it's the plague.
Huh? Oh, the Blood Sea. Yeah, they brought it back again. God brought it back. He updated it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's something that existed forever. But then, of course, people who don't like Iran are like, see, look what God did. And I sometimes I don't necessarily agree with it. Like, even if I don't agree with Iran, I can also say also God didn't make the water blood because the water is not blood. So I don't necessarly like when people do that.
No, it's a miracle. They're doing a miracle. Actually, they're slaughtering the red cow next week.
Oh, you actually figured? Oh, that they're doing it on Passover?
I'm pretty sure they're doing it on Passover. They're gonna celebrate. For those who don't know, they're gonna slaughter the red cow, and it's gonna bring our Messiah or something, and the Christians and Muslims Antichrist, and it will be it will help us or something. At least
that's crazy. But I was looking into the Iran thing, so I was like, well, I was curious. I'm like, okay, is it real? Like, what is it? And it turns out it's just a river that has a lot of iron in it, which is what I thought it was, because I'm a nerd. But you know where I found it? Iran has a tourist website, and I just found it hilarious. Like, come tour Iran, which I guess
I'd love to tour Iran.
I guess there's a lot of beautiful places, but they also may or may not just randomly pick you off the street. I think they have it's like these cops. Their cops are designated if you're not dressed well enough, they'll apparently arrest you. So I'm
nice. I mean, I dress amazingly, so I don't think I'd get arrested down
Yeah,
there.
you'd be fine.
No, I'd be fine. You know, I noticed, by the way, that this is like a first time occurrence, but I'm darker than you right now. At least
I know, and I realized.
You're freaking. What happened to you? Where'd all your melanin go? Freaking. Now I'm the real Jew and you're the fake Jew. Because
no, I got all. I guess I've been inside a lot.
Yeah. Oh, now you're the one that doesn't go outside. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and oh yeah, we saw the eclipse a couple last week. Was it last week?
Life changing.
We were doing it in the car. Well, yo, pause. This, we were doing the podcast in the car, and right before the eclipse, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. What's up?
Yeah, you didn't even know when it was freaking happening. I had to rip your glasses off.
You did not rip my glasses off. You ripped our mother's glasses off because she still thought it was dangerous to look at it, even with the glasses during the actual eclipse. No, for me, it was. I didn't know that, like, you're technically supposed to take it off, like, right before, like, to see the ring, to see the diamond ring looking thing in the sky. So, like, the second it was fully covered, then you were like, yeah, it's covered. And that's when I took it off. Then, like, 30 seconds later, our mother took it off because.
No, but you were like, it was for me. It was cool. You're like, whoa, like
yeah,
that was your first.
You got to see the moment.
Yeah, it looked like AI generated image.
I caught that on I videoed the whole thing, and literally it was literally like, whoa. Yeah, as you were saying, like it looked like you took the moon, or like you took the moon, it was CGI'd in the air, and then you upscaled it to a high definition using quality, and then added more CGI to it, but it's in real life. It was low-key, like, pretty freaking amazing, and, like, made me, like, question everything a little bit. Also made me think, oh, shoot, God low-key might be real. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. There was a Satanist who was worshiping in front of us.
Oh, my God.
So we were like, is the world going to end? Maybe. And if it is going to end, we have this lady over here who's going to help us.
There was a lady there dressed in, like, red and white. For those who watch Game of Thrones, she looked like the Red Woman. She was literally there, putting her hands like up in the sky, do it and like praying to it. It looked like really satanic. And then I made a TikTok for those that watch Moon Knight moving the moon with my hands. It looked like I was moving the moon. I made the eclipse, and then I posted it on Twitter. And then I said the Jews ran the eclipse.
Did it take off or no?
No, it didn't. I fell off completely. But on Instagram, it did like a little decent. But I mean, another post did like substantially.
I know you worked so hard. The whole way back, I was trying to tell you to keep looking at the roads because all the shadows were weird. But you were too busy like listening to Moonlight.
I was looking at the shadows. They looked freaking normal, and it was still a sick ass video. It just didn't do well. I mean, I like that I have the video because it's a freaking cool ass video. Maybe 10 years from now, it'll go viral. I don't know. But solar eclipse. Very cool experience.
I keep seeing this new thing. I feel like every few weeks, like Gen Z gets addicted to new substances. Is that like a thing? Like I feel like Gen Z is constantly getting re-addicted to things.
Oh, I'm high right now.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
No.
Are people taking? Do you know guys who are taking Zyn?
Hell yeah.
Guys, really?
Hell yeah. It finally got to your conservative news outlets. Yeah, you finally saw it, you little man.
No, well, Chuck Schumer, getting all political, he spoke about a while ago. No, he spoke about it a while ago, and I don't know. People were like, "What the hell is he talking about? He's trying to get rid of our Zyn." I was like, "Okay, whatever, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't really care." But he's going on a whole rant, and now I'm seeing it, and now I'm like, maybe it kind of. I mean, it's addictive. Like
it's
maybe
just a nicotine patch. I mean,
yeah, like
that's flavored.
What the hell?
Everyone can enjoy it because it tastes like mint, strawberry.
Well, it's definitely not as good. It's definitely not as bad as smoking. So like people who are addicted to smoking should take it. But then like I see like all these TikToks of like these Gen Z guys like oh yeah, I took you start your day with Zyn and like you get an extra boost and it's like bro like
yeah, it's like coffee.
15.
No, it's like coffee. It's great. I have a bunch of friends that use it, but they use it, so they don't have to smoke because of nicotine addiction, because they're all low-key addicted.
Well, that's fine. No, I agree. It's just funny. It's like, well, why is this a good idea? Like, everyone's like popping it in before college class. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're making it look like it's this cool thing, but mainly it's actually a good thing because it's making people, it's helping people quit maybe a little bit. But
that's fine. No, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, Gen Z in general, though, I mean, yeah, we're doing drugs. I don't do drugs. No, I don't do drugs, but... People do. They do some drugs. Yeah.
Well, remember I showed you all those ads for like smoking like back in the day, and it's like, my doctor recommends only this, and but when they crack down on it, you're not allowed to advertise. I don't know if you're not allowed to make fruity flavors or you can't advertise fruity flavors when it comes to this stuff. That's what the whole thing with vape is.
It's like cotton candy. It's for even kids could enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
Lemon lime, mint chocolate chip. You know, like I love this one. You know,
no, but
a bunch of kids.
Because Zyn is not a cigarette. You don't have to say anything. You could say you have to say it's addictive, but you could like make it cotton candy flavor. I think. So everyone's like, it's just like candy.
Just like candy. Yeah, candy's addictive. I mean, you know.
You're right. By the way, Big Food is trying to make us unhealthy. You know, but I pride myself in the fact that I went through the whole more chiller part of the Jewish education system because there's, many different types of schools. Because you want to record podcasts all day.
Because I want what does the podcast have to do? Oh,
you want to be on your computer doing your thing and not take learning seriously.
Excuse me, I'm such a serious learner.
Think about where you could have been if you took your dedication for social media and actually like opened a book. Like imagine where you'd be. You have so much knowledge.
I'd be in 770 digging tunnels right now. That's literally where I'd be right now. That's literally that's the same freaking age group. But so like everyone around you is like vaping. Freaking in middle school, these kids are vaping. I was surrounded by vape. A lot of my friends vape, and somehow I have yet to have a vape touch my mouth. Was it like that when you were younger, like when you were in high school? Like, were these kids around you vaping? Or like...
Back when you were in... Like, bro, like, you're not that much...
Yeah, you're an old-ass man. Yeah. Yeah.
When I was in high school, no. I mean, guys were smoking... Like, it was smoking and beer. I mean, that was like, the classic stuff. But no one was really doing anything hard. Like, not in high school. For sure not in high school. When I went to, the Jewish college, there were guys were smoking weed, like, on the down low. But it was not like it seems like it is nowadays. It was, like, meaning when... Like, towards the end of the year, guys were like, yeah, we smoke weed, like, every weekend. And I was like, I didn't know about that. Like, they didn't, like, publicize it. They didn't want to get in trouble. And then they, like, hey, like, you want? I'm like, no, like, I never was interested. But then...
Free?
But then, a year later, guys started vaping. No one was vaping so much when I was in college, in our Jewish college. Like, one or two guys. It was not a thing. Not the way you describe it.
It wasn't as cool. It just wasn't a trend as much. Vape's became a thing past 10 years.
No, guys just smoked. Like, guys, if you smoked, you smoked. You didn't vape. Like, you didn't... I don't know. But then like, the next year, like, the year after, like, I had, like, if we had a few years of college, so my third year, then guys were vaping. I'm like, what happened? Like, all of a sudden, like, everyone's vaping now? And I was like... I tried it, and I was just like, whatever.
Did the rabbi at your school vape? Or, like, I heard there's one of these rabbis in, like, one of the schools.
No, not my school.
Yeah, not my school. Because he's addicted to smoking. He's trying to get off of it.
One of our rabbis thought you could put weed in the vape thing, and he got all paranoid.
There are vapes that have, like, weed.
I'm sure you could, but I think the technology... I mean, whatever. I think the original ones, like, I don't think it was safe to put, like, oil in
I'm imagining, like, a steam engine vape. Like, that's how they vaped back then. Hold on.
But then eventually, my friends were smoking Juuls, and I was like, and I tried it, and that was intense.
Juuls. That disappeared. I completely forgot about that.
It was like only if you're a heavy smoker were you able to handle those, unless you really got yourself on them. They were like I was coughing like a regular, like I'm a little kid.
Why'd you do it, Yitz?
I wanted to try it.
What about the Lord?
What? It's just
I don't know. What about your lungs?
Yeah, I know. After I just took one hit. Were you
scared of getting addicted? I was always scared that the second I touch it once, you get addicted. My friend had a story. His friend literally touched it once. He's like, yeah, I'll try it. And now he's a full-on addict. Same with my other friends.
Really? I just took... For vaping, you could say start a game there because I kind of liked it. Like, it tasted good and it was cool to blow rings. But honestly, it hurt my lungs after a little bit. I tried.
I could blow a ring. Remember when we used to blow rings underwater in the pool?
Hell yeah.
Hell freaking yeah. I'm telling you, I could blow that. Like, the only reason I'd vape is to do that.
You're not here for the summer anymore, so I'm going to do it alone. I'm going to be like a loner.
We did not go to the pool. Our grandmother has a pool for the entire summer last summer. We did not
Wait,
go.
really? We didn't go?
We did not go together. I was never there once.
That was
I didn't
2
go
years ago?
outside.
That was 2 years ago? Damn.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, Unk. Yeah, old man. You're probably like Unk status right now.
I'm like legit not even that much older than you.
Huh? I mean, yeah, but like nearing, 30, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well.
30? I'm not even 30, bro.
Huh?
Do you even know how old I am?
You're like 20 something. And I'm just 20. So like you're freaking
You're like older 20s.
You're like, ew, yeah. Like I mean you don't have to say your age, but I mean like
I'm not 30 yet. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I know, but like you're near, you might as well be Unk by now. Unk apparently you officially get Unk status when you're 30. Even though I'm an Unk.
If we're the same generation, bro.
Oh. We are both uncles though, technically speaking. I mean, like it is a fact. If someone were to like my chat on Twitch, they call me Unk. They call me Rabbi Unk, and
why? Like because you're old and wise.
No, because I force them to. I tell them you have to call me Rabbi Unk, and then they say yes, Rabbi Unk, and then it's like a whole thing or whatever.
That sounds a little weird, bro.
It's just called respecting your elders. Maybe do you respect your elders sometimes? Are you an elder respecter?
No.
No, you're not an elder respecter. No? Okay.
Depends which one. Sorry.
Okay. By the way, what?
Yes.
No, what? No, please. No, I insist.
No, I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask if you're coming over for Pesach, right? I was gonna say Passover, but remember we decided that I'm not gonna get into that.
We're not dumbing down Hebrew phrases to English when everyone should be calling it the Hebrew phrase to begin with. It makes no sense. Why are Chabad freaking dudes telling people that aren't religious the English word when we all want to call it the Hebrew word? Like, it's not like they know the English word either. You might as well just call it the Hebrew word. We're calling it Pesach. It's a holiday when the Jews didn't die again. No, we did. We were slaves, and then we escaped Egypt after Moses sent God sent a bunch of plagues, and the bread.
Yeah, they turned the sea red.
They turned the sea red, freaking bam, full circle. And when the Jews were escaping, they didn't have enough time for the bread to rise for the journey, and it was flat or something, and matzah, and we eat matzah on the Passover, on Pesach. And
then our family comes home and we get in family arguments.
And you get in family arguments, but I'm coming. You don't know I'm coming home? Yeah, you do. Stop pretending. I'm coming home. I'm literally going home tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Tomorrow, are we gonna record at home with my beautiful mic?
I don't have a computer. I can't bring this computer home.
I have a computer. Oh, I can't record more than 2 minutes, or else my battery.
You can't record. First off, I tried putting this camera in your PC, in your freaking laptop, and the thing freaking exploded. It was screaming at me. The fan was dying. It couldn't bear my beautiful camera. Also, if we did it, it'd be on your phone again, like that freaking messy solar eclipse podcast that we did. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I want to go on a break. Maybe it's time for Tzvi to have a break. Maybe it's a long-deserved break or something.
Maybe. Remember, there's been a lot of storms here, and it reminded me because I was nervous about the trees around my house. Remember, like 4 or 5 years ago, Pesach, sorry, and that storm hit. Were you there with us?
Maybe. There was never a year where I was not home Pesach.
And then a storm hit, and we ran to the basement in the middle of the Seder.
What's the Seder, Yitch, what's the Seder? I have no clue what the Seder is. I don't know what the Seder is. What is that?
On the first 2 nights of Pesach, and the story that Tzvi just told you, we tell each other it again, and then again.
And then again.
Never forget.
Never forget.
And so you do that the first 2 nights. So there was also we hear like crazy wind, and we run to the basement. You don't remember that?
This was how many years ago was this?
When I was newly married. I don't know.
Damn. Oh, maybe, yeah. I think I remember a little bit of it. I mean,
and then it turned out that, and then it turns out there was like they don't call it tornado. It was like a wind stream, and it went through right next to our house, and luckily it didn't hit us, and it knocked down trees, and a tree fell on someone's house, and then the cops were all excited because nothing happens where we live. They're like, a tree fell on a Jew's house, and they got really excited, and they like brought ice.
Yeah, and then 6 months later, they're like, we're still heartbroken from the tree, the infamous tree house situation. Back in April of last year. They hold on to that news.
It was low-key a miracle because the family was downstairs celebrating the holiday, and it landed on the kid's bedroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nobody got hurt.
Oh my gosh, it's a Pesach miracle. Wow, this is so wholesome. That's actually an interesting story.
And then the power went out. You don't remember that? And then we had to finish with no power.
Yeah, but like we had there was heat and stuff, no? We had like candles and stuff.
Yeah, we had candles.
To celebrate our holiday the old-fashioned way.
See, if anyone broke into our house or like trying to like bust us for Jewish stuff, I don't know what they would like you guys are being Jewish. And it's like we're like all like celebrating around a bunch of candles. They'd be like, I knew it.
Like, huh? What are you talking about? Huh? What is it even
all
mean?
the people who think Jews are Satanists.
Oh, yeah, we're like doing Satan. Oh, we kind of does look like it. We got this weird bread. We're eating these bitter herbs to remind us of like the hardships of Egypt, and like we were like sprinkling stuff and dipping potatoes in salt water, and this candle's lit. I mean, it kind of does look satanic, but it's not. It's actually very holy. Yeah.
The satanic people, they dress in red and white, and they bow down to the cliffs. And we did not.
We don't. That's against the law. It literally says like, don't do that, and we'll only worship one God and not others.
I kind of want to go to her and be like, hey, like, listen, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think what you're doing is gonna work.
What do you mean? Right when she did it, the solar eclipse happened.
It happened like an hour later, and it was a bunch of truckers around us. We're like, all right, and they hopped in their truck and they left. There's nothing crazy happened.
Yeah, she was in like a whole getup, and her husband looked very normal.
So he was probably like whatever, bro. Like,
yeah, man, whatever gets her to shut up, or just some stupid whatever. But so the point is, I will be in town. I'm coming to town tomorrow. Will you be dining with us this Passover? Are you gonna be dining with us? Where are you eating this Passover?
We're not sure, like you got family. Look, you got family. It's kind of hard to sleep over because we don't drive. So therefore, if we do it, I would have to stay over by our parents.
But what about our family?
Family.
Sorry,
you come to my house.
Well, why would I go to your house?
The second I say like, oh, you come to my house, all you guys are like, why would we do that? And be like, and I say, well, then why would I come to your house?
Because y'all never made a Pesach Seder before.
First time for everything. First time for everything.
I was like are you gonna do it with the kids, or are they gonna be in bed?
They're gonna be sleeping. I'll ask myself. We basically in the beginning of the meal, you're supposed to have kids ask questions, and every year it's a whole thing. When we were kids at our grandparents' Seder, there was like 50 people, and you had to stand up and say it, and everyone stared at you, and you were freaked out.
It's called the Manishtana, which is basically just all the questions. It's like a list of questions that a kid usually asks, and the main question is what's different about tonight than every other night of the year. And what's different that night is that the story of Passover happened or Pesach happened. So it's like a thing that kids are supposed to ask this question so that the parents and family can educate. But every damn kid has to say it for some weird reason. So because of that, when all the family, grandparents, and kids come in, you have like 50 kids all saying the same stupid question. Kind of sounds weird.
There's like a hierarchy of how cool you are. Like, either if you sing it, like, that's the best. Because, I mean, you're a kid, so you're freaked out. But all the adults love it. I mean, you're kids. But you're, like, waiting your turn. But then, like, you have that one kid, a few of our cousins, say it in Yiddish. And we're like, gosh,
it's written in Hebrew, but there's a Yiddish version. Yiddish is, Hebrew, but, like, German. And
that's a very good way of...
It's literally Hebrew German. Like, that's how And... all the more religious kids, they do that, and they're better than you because they do that. They're better than you because they do it more like that.
And then, like, when you get a certain age, I was like, I'm not singing it. I'm just gonna say it, and then we're just like, nobody says anything, but everyone kind of gives you a disappointing look.
You're like, I am 19. I'm not freaking singing.
And then they gaslight you, saying like, you have a good voice, like sing. It's like, bro, like I don't have a good voice.
Like I'm like post puberty, like freaking not singing no damn song.
Not for your entertainment.
And it's like a youngest thing, or like it starts off with the youngest. The youngest kid does it first, and then it slowly goes up, like to pretty much the oldest non-married kid, right?
Yep.
That's usually how it goes.
No, but then what happened was, see, my generation, like the guys, the cousins our age, we were forced to do it. As long as you're not married, you got to do it. But then, like, you guys, once you're like 10, 11, like apparently you're like just not allowed to. You didn't have to do it anymore. I don't know what that was about. I was like, you guys have to suffer just like me. I was like,
Bubby, listen, our Bubby stopped doing the Seder like freaking a bunch of years. Like, was that even a thing? When I was 11, did she still do it?
I don't know. I'm not sure when she stopped. I don't know how old you were.
Our Bubby would have this massive Seder. Our Bubby and our Shady, massive Seder. We got a bunch of family every year. Everyone would freaking come into town. And it'd be this whole massive, we take over literally like this part of the town. Would just be our family. And all hell would break loose every single year. Just, things are never going to go properly when you have all that family in one place. But I think she stopped doing it when I was probably when I was 11. I mean, 12
that makes
maybe.
Sense. Well, what happened is that
you should feel privileged. You got to embarrass yourself, man.
Well, they got old, and then our Zadie got tired of waiting because there's so many grandkids.
It's true.
He just go, and we were still the kids were still doing it, and kids start crying because they want to say it, and but the front half of the table, there's sections, man. There's front half cool kids
hierarchy.
The cool kids are in the front, and the cool kids were in the end of the table. No one cool is in the middle. That's kind of how it works.
Grown adults with children, you know, and then those are because it's our parents.
Talk about trauma. There was a hella kiddie section. You at the kids table. That was pure trauma for me.
No, you weren't really at the kids table. I was at the kids table for a very long ass time, even though I was much older.
You're sitting there with all the 3-year-olds. You're like, hey, I don't know how I got here, but
freaking, hey, man. I mean, I'll take the chicken nuggets. Freaking at Jewish weddings. We might as well. It's a fun topic. At Jewish weddings, there's the kids tables, right? It's probably this non-Jewish also, but there's kids tables, and then there's regular tables with all the fancy food. And the kids table, low key, always has better food than the regular tables, because the regular table that's a reflex.
You good?
Damn. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. The regular tables have the stuffed chicken with vegetables. It's always it's good, but it's but the kids table always got Frankenblanks and chicken nuggets and freaking good finger food. So all the adults would always go to the kids section.
As an adult now, I totally get it. I don't want this stupid fancy food. Give me freaking French fries and chicken and chicken
hot dogs,
fingers,
hamburger. It had good stuff. And I guess we've been to so many weddings. I feel like if you're not Jewish, you don't go to nearly as many weddings. I feel maybe.
Oh yeah, we it's basically next. I mean, if you have
every year there's a wedding or maybe 2 weddings, 3 weddings. I mean,
not so much recently, but
not so much recently. But when we were younger, because our uncles were still getting married. And then eventually the cousins started getting married because we have a massive family, and there's always...
And by the way, and bar mitzvahs. Bar mitzvahs is... Because then you have guys getting married, guys becoming bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah. The kid, they got married, and the other kid's getting a bar mitzvah, and then they're freaking this, and it's there's, God bless, there's so much family, so many celebrations.
There was one specific bar mitzvah where the fancy food was too fancy. It's too fancy. It's ugh, I don't want to eat this. I don't know what they did with it, but they just messed it up.
They have green stuff on it, and it's always green. Whatever they put on it, the fancy stuff's always green on the chicken.
It's dried out lettuce or whatever.
Weird smell. It's greasy.
But you were at the kids table, and so many of our aunts and uncles went over to you because you were just young enough to be there, but just old enough to understand. And to be the middle guy, and you were bringing plates over.
I remember this. I remember because we had the good food. Everyone around me was actually pretty much my age because I was a kid at the time, and I remember the food at that wedding. It smelled. It weird. It had this weird salty, greasy smell, and I was eating freaking chicken nuggets and fries, and it was amazing.
At first,
I was much of it.
At first, they're do you want to that? I was kind of borderline. I mean, I was older. I was already bar mitzvah, but they were it was kind of can I sit by the kids table or not? I'm I'm going to sit by the adult table. I'm an adult now.
How old are you?
I was probably just 13 or 14.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I was young. I was pretty.
And then
young.
I was like, but then the instant regret the second I sat down, and then I saw you. We're like, you sit by the kids' table, and I see you walk over. You sit down. They bring out like all these like chicken fingers, and you like turn around, and you're just like laughing at us. Yeah. And I was so mad. I'm like, hey man, and the waiters were being weird about it. They're like, hey man, you're not a kid. You can't have any.
That's
for
like, the children. Are you a child? No. It's for
yeah,
the kids' table.
like, just like, what do you care, man? Like, you're just serving this stuff. They got all weird about it.
Very weird. But kids' food always amazing. So Passover is not at your place. It's
Are you gonna watch? When's the draft? You're gonna be here for the draft, right?
Holy segue. Okay, yeah. What, the draft? Huh?
Holy I see. You said segue this time. I didn't.
I didn't say. I said holy segue. You know, like holy crap, but instead I said segue.
Well, you're talking about
because there wasn't even a segue. You
yeah,
just said there's a draft. Well, like
you're talking about being home, and I was like, oh, I guess you're gonna be by the draft, the NFL draft, because that's next week.
What are you talking about? That is not a segue. Well,
yeah,
I mean, at least I missed it.
Well, it's on my mind.
The NFL draft is coming out. It's the next week. No.
Is it on pass? Are we gonna miss it?
Oh shoot! No, I don't think so. Wait, are we? No. It's the 29th, I'm pretty sure. It's the day after. It might be when I'm traveling back, actually.
I'm looking this up because 29th is Passover.
No. Oh shoot! It might be the 30th.
Dude, that's also. That's also.
Oh.
That's also.
Oh, it's 8 days or 9 days?
No, it's the 25th to the 27th.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Wait, when is that? Hold on.
It's middle Passover. Pesach's 22nd.
Well, that's perfect. It's
called days where we could use electricity.
Yeah, it's called Chol Hamoed, which is intermediate days. Basically, Passover, Pesach. Sorry. Pesach is
too biblical.
Pesach is. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 days. I knew that. Pesach is 8 days, but you only have to be all religious. Well, all 8 days have to be religious, but we can't use electronics, drive, or work.
The first 2 days of Pesach are pretty much considered like suck. Yeah, no, you suck. No, I'm kidding. I love you. The first 2 days of Pesach are pretty much considered like Shabbos, but you're also like allowed to cook and stuff if you do it in a certain way. Because the first 2 nights is when the actual stuff, like those were the dates of the year that like the stuff happened and stuff, like the escaping and stuff. The other days. Those are the main days, right? And the rest
is the last 2 days.
And the last days, and the rest is like in between. So they're the in between days, and so you're allowed to use your electricity stuff after this first 2 days and before the last day. Yeah. Bam! Explains. I'm amazing. Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of people watched that WNBA draft this year. Because
I did. No, because
you watched it.
I didn't watch it, but I saw the clips of it because. Right, the number 1 pick, Caitlin Clark, was a freaking demon this season. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, of course.
She freaking is like she like nails these threes. She's like really, really good and took women's basketball to the next level. And so many more people are gonna watch WNBA because of her.
It was kind of funny because like we watch sports. We know like we're pretty in it.
Yeah, we watch sports. Yeah.
Yeah, we're cool. But everyone who watches sports knows that WNBA doesn't get paid as much because they don't get as many viewers. It's just a fact. And like, yeah, every once in a while I hear people complain, but then people say, well, if you go to the games and you get them more money, then, those salaries will go up. So Caitlin Clark signs. You saw she signed the 4-year deal.
How much was it?
$360,000. 76,000 a year.
I think her next extension will be like substantially more.
We'll see. It depends. Right now, it's Indiana, I think, or Indianapolis.
Indiana Fever.
And it's like sold out.
No one knew the Fever existed until yesterday.
No, but now it's sold out. So if it gets sold out and they run a profit, then why not pay her more? She's going to get a lot of money on endorsement deals.
Yeah.
But people were saying that she should have stayed in college 1 more year and get that NIL money, which is name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, but her thing. Yeah, like sponsors and stuff. But her dream was to be in the WNBA though. So
yeah. Man. No, she could have done it next year and like rake in some cash this year. I'm saying because they'll pay you millions, but they'll pay her millions even just like working for the WNBA.
Should I get her jersey number? Should I get her jersey? Maybe it'll be rare in 50 years from now. It'll be like Michael Jordan. Huh?
Nah, she'll pop off because she's an extraordinary talent, but We'll see. It's just funny. No, but the funny part was that she got paid nothing. I mean, like relatively speaking to like
because the WNBA is crap right now, but it'll become she's literally bringing millions of new eyeballs to it, or at least hundreds of thousands.
I think the average NBA salary is like 10 million. So like it's like obviously like crazy difference.
But also the NBA, I mean, comparative to like football, I mean, there's like how many people per team? Like 10? Or like
is it 12?
Or like 12, including backup. Like it's really, it's like football. There's like 100 dudes and like on a practice squad. There's like so many positions, and they all have 3 backups and things that could get injured so easily. But basketball is just, you don't need much in basketball besides the 5 players. So
well, it was hilarious because all these eyeballs are at the WNBA now. They're like, when they saw how much she signed for, they're like, what the heck? Like, I thought it was supposed to be like a professional team. It's like, I love it. Everyone's like, welcome to the real world. Like, it's like funny. Like, everyone's like shocked. It's like, have you not? It's not even that. It's like, have you not been paying attention? Like, you haven't heard about the WNBA until this year, and now you're shocked that they don't pay them as much because you've never watched them.
Just say you hate women.
What?
Just say you hate women. No,
I'm
you
the
can
opposite.
say it. You love women?
Of course I do.
Oh, nice. I love women. You too, yeah. I do. What?
My point was, I'm actually the opposite. I think that they should get paid.
You like men? What?
No, nothing. I can't talk. When you like, just like, I hear you in my ear, just like crap.
That is how talking works. I mean,
if I wave fast, do you see it?
No, it's just very blurry. I see your face. It's funny. I see my wave is freaking beautiful. Look at this. You can see every motion of my wave. When you do it, it looks like you look like the Flash when you do it. When he's mid-running. That's what it looks like.
I'm actually the opposite. I think that they should get paid as much as they're worth, which I think could be a lot if people actually watch them. And people complaining, saying they're not getting paid a lot, then we'll watch the games.
Who's complaining? Are people complaining, or are you just saying they're complaining?
Sounds like people are complaining.
Nah,
people are shocked. People are shocked how little they get paid.
But the argument's just so old, though. I mean, it's like a 3-year argument.
It's just funny to hear people talk about it again because the people who never watch the sport are now complaining that nobody watches the sport. It's like, bro, like, yeah, you never watched. Even I watched the initial
argument. The initial argument was that, yeah, just the same woman complaining wouldn't watch the games, but now I think guys are gonna watch the games and like bring, or even more women watch the games.
I've tried to watch their games, and some of them are like honestly like they're not great. Like,
no, but it's interesting in the way that like college football is interesting, where since they're not as good.
Correct.
There's more. It isn't as like perfect and flawless, so you get to see messy things happen.
No, I don't mind that. It was just very slow moving. That was the difference when I watched it. It was like it was very slow moving.
Final score is 25-27. Nah,
No, it was exactly. Like people were making. It just like got boring after a little bit, unfortunately.
But they're higher scorers now. I mean,
no. Now they got good players and they got legit like people like balling out. Like,
do you think you could join a team yet?
Imagine I would get I get humbled.
You would get humbled. You would get humbled. You would get humbled.
Yo, I was low-key. We were like, I was the best Jew at my school. Okay, like
school. What are you talking about? Our school is crap.
That's our rank. It's like what do you mean? Like I could be in the NBA. Like I was pretty good at my school.
Our most niche, crappy school. You were the best in our school at basketball.
Well, we'd sometimes play, maybe not basketball, but baseball.
Okay, well, that's a completely different sport. What are you talking about?
I was not the best at basketball. I was one of the top. I just wasn't the best. The best was like some tall guy in my class.
It's always some tall guy that doesn't know how to play basketball. That's the best at basketball.
Yeah, he was low-key good. Oh, yeah. But when we were kids and we played the Little League, it's like we were just a bunch of short Jewish kids. And like whenever we played people who are not Jewish, it just, dude, hit it so hard. I'd be like, how are you how are you 6 years old? Like, bro.
Oh, yeah, freaking non-Jewish genetics are crazy, man. It's not even fair. You see, like, some dude, he's like 6'7", he's freaking 14 years old. He's like, hey. And I'm like, what the hell? Freaking this guy's like...
I remember playing, I just was like, what the heck? I'm like, I hope you make the big leagues because you're like you're not natural.
A Jewish man could be like a freaking beast and muscular and athletic, and he'll be 5'8". Like that. That's like what happens.
Running back.
Oh, you're saying we should be running backs?
Isn't there one Jewish kid?
There's one Jewish running. There's a Jewish running back. What's his name? He's on the Packers. AJ Dillon. He's Jewish, I think.
Wait, like religious Jewish?
No, he's not religious, but like he recognized. I think he went to Chabad a couple times.
Isn't there a religious Jewish guy in college?
Oh, in college? Yeah. Sam Schultz, I think is his name. Yeah, he's on the Sooners. I don't know if he plays, but like he's on the Sooners, the Oklahoma Sooners.
I'm curious what position he is. I feel like Jewish.
He's wide receiver, I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Listen, man, anything freaking for the Jews, man. Yay, Jews! Yay, Jews! You know. Where's Yarmulke?
We get one.
He's our one guy.
We get one every 20 years. You get one who might make it.
I'm our one guy on the internet.
Okay.
Well, this is Ben Shapiro, but like he's freaking Ben Shapiro, Which is fine, but like there's political and stuff. There's no like Jewish freaking entertainer really. Okay, that's the biggest lie I've ever seen.
I know what you're saying.
There's no Jews in entertainment. No, no religious Jew yarmulke wearing in like social media sphere. But now we're here. I brought you along.
There's no multi-million follower religious guy. Probably. Yes. Like mainstream.
No, but now it's going to be me, and now we're going to bring you, and the RaBBois brand is going to be the next greatest. This is going to be the prime RaBBois. The OGs will remember back when we were in a basement. Now we're up now. We made it. I'm all the way in this little box, and you're in a thing with a paper box with a paper towel behind you. Can you get my sign the next time we do this?
I don't
even care. But make sure it doesn't get damaged.
I wonder if our mother threw it away for Passover.
She would not. She wouldn't throw it away, right? She would never, right? Throw that beautiful sign. But
by the way, well, you know how you should get your career going. I'm realizing.
Oh no! Please tell me, the master of the all-knower. Please.
Apparently, there's an airport that you could rent out to take social media videos to pretend like you own a private jet in LA. You heard of that?
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah. Oh, I should do that. But what? That's if like I'm marketing like a course or something. Guys, buy my course, and you could even recommend the course for more money for you and not me. Trust, not a pyramid scheme.
Allegedly, Andrew Tate. Allegedly, the castle that he shows off as part of his course. He says, like, look at this castle I own. I think he says
he has like a mansion.
Apparently, well, two things. Apparently, the castle is actually an Italian hotel. He doesn't even own it, and you could get there for $9.50 a night. It's actually it's not even his, even though I think he claims him.
I'm pretty sure he's actually rich though. I think he's pretty rich. I'm pretty sure.
No, they did a whole report. They think he's maybe worth like $10 million, but not more. His house is a warehouse that was converted. He bought it for $700,000.
Where'd you get this from?
Oh, there's a whole like was it Washington Post or something? So did a whole
fake news.
Allegedly. No, look it up. Apparently, they did a whole deep dive, and a lot of his money, a lot of the things he flexes, is not necessarily true. Apparently.
Well, I would believe majority of his money is in like like crypto or.
Yeah, they said no. They did the math. They said the only money we could find is these crypto. It could be I don't know. It could be has like whatever. According to him, he makes like $100 million a year.
Well, he has so many damn cars like in his lot that are there all the time. You know, I don't know. So I feel like he's more than 10 million. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be a crypto millionaire, by the way. It's crypto time. That's everyone should know. By the way, when we talked about crypto a few weeks ago on our podcast, that's like what started getting me into it, man. And I've been Bitcoin's crashing. Now's your chance, not financial advice. Now's your chance, not financial advice. It's Bitcoin's it's like 60,000 now, or like 63,000. Now's your chance.
Yeah.
Now's your chance. Anything else? What you got?
I have soda.
Huh? No, not any topic. Are you good? Huh?
I always have a lot to say, but we're running.
No, we've been going for a little bit. Appreciate you all for watching. Let us know if this is the amazing, best setup in the world. Make sure to download on Spotify. Watch all the other episodes. Please comment stuff. We love your comments. Ask a question.
And now you can compare. We have 3 different podcast setups. It's crazy.
We had 3?
Yeah, the regular one, the one in the car.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm curious how viewers are gonna like react to like this. I kind of like this in more in certain ways. I mean, it's so much more convenient, first of all, because we don't have to, we just do it like this, and there's a whole hassle with you coming over. Also, like, you could hear us better. I feel, we each have our own mics. I have a bit of echo. My fault. I'm gonna fix that. Gonna soundproof it. But
honestly, I can't seriously get your act together.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, you gotta get a camera. Get a $30 webcam. It'll be 10 times better than what you have right there.
I got that type of money.
Okay. I appreciate y'all for watching. Literally, God bless.